Musicwoman and Musicman magazines, empowering women's voices through music, exploring our mission, impact, and investor opportunities at Women in Jazz South Florida, a 501c3 nonprofit organization that promotes women musicians globally. Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything, according to Plato. Music, the sound of the spheres, begins in the womb. For over a century, women in jazz and blues have changed the sound of music, yet their stories remain untold. At WIJSF, we're changing that. Mission and impact. WIJSF is a nonprofit amplifying the voices of women musicians through monthly performance announcements, annual magazine articles, archiving and cataloging music and her story, education programs, and community engagement. The problem, why we exist. Women are underrepresented in jazz and blues history and performance opportunities. Less than 10% of jazz festival headliners are women, according to NPR and Downbeat. Archives are disappearing, and younger generations don't see the role models. Impact stories. The Musicwoman Festival in Atlanta in 2024 featured Just Cynthia, who said, "It was a rejuvenation of my musical spirit to perform at the first Musicwoman Festival in Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks to Dr. Diva Joan Cartwright, Mimi Johnson, and the Musicwoman team for keeping the music and the mission alive and flowing." Papa Duke the Poet said, "I thoroughly enjoyed all the performances and musicianship. The festival brought a new light to my creativity and gave me ways of looking at women in music with a higher vibration." Mayor Deanna Holiday of East Point proclaimed a day for the Musicwoman Festival. Juanita Hernandez, an attendee, said, "Women in jazz are amazing. Their music presentations and the women performing were great. Musicwoman magazine is also amazing." Our unique assets. Women in Jazz South Florida has produced hundreds of exclusive interviews, songs, and photo archives. Respected magazines reaching musicians and music lovers. Established relationships with women musicians worldwide. We are the global hub for women's jazz, blues heritage. Impact stories. We have Grammy-worthy members: Donna Singer, Gail Johnson, Catherine Russell, and Reagan Whiteside. Empowering musicians in print. Musicwoman and Musicman magazines fulfill our mission to support and uplift musicians. We provide valuable resources, showcase talent, and create opportunities that foster growth, ensuring a vibrant music community for all. Key benefits of supporting us. Discover the unique advantages of partnering with Musicwoman and Musicman magazines. Visibility and exposure. Gain access to a growing audience passionate about music and culture. $10,000 presenting sponsors get their name and logo in our magazines, on the website, at events, and special recognition concerts. $5,000 supporting sponsors get a half-page ad in the magazines and social media highlights. $25,000 friends of Women in Jazz South Florida get a quarter-page ad listing on the donor page. Memberships range from $75 annually to $500 lifetime. Community engagement. Your sponsorship fosters connections with global musicians and audiences through our platforms. Advocacy for the arts. Support initiatives that champion music education and promote artistic expression. Empowering women through music. Celebrating female artists and their contributions, Musicwoman magazine showcases the talents of women in the industry by highlighting their achievements. We inspire future generations and foster a supportive community that values diversity and inclusion in the music world. Celebrating male contributions in music, recognizing the impact of men in the industry. Musicman magazine highlights the significant achievements of male artists in the industry. By showcasing their stories, we celebrate their talents and inspire the next generation of musicians. Opportunities for investors with Musicwoman and Musicman magazines. 1. Program support. Invest in transformative programs that empower musicians and promote equality in the industry. 2. Event sponsorship. Partner with us to sponsor events that showcase talent and foster community engagement. 3. Digital initiatives. Help us expand our digital presence to reach a wider audience and amplify voices. 4. Content creation. Support the creation of compelling content that informs, inspires, and entertains music enthusiasts. Community outreach. Engage with local, national, and global communities through outreach programs that promote music education and performance. Diversified revenue streams. Most of our funding is from donors and memberships. We can expand with magazine ads targeting music schools, instrument makers, cultural foundations, and lifestyle brands. Corporate sponsorships from beer and wine brands, streaming platforms, airlines for culture, travel. Educational licensing. sell access to your archives to schools and universities, live streaming and Patreon style subscriptions, exclusive concerts and interviews, special events, Jazz and Blues Women's Gala Legacy Awards. We are seeking $250,000 in multi-year sponsorships to sustain our festival and magazines, expand education programs, and digitize archives. Perks are negotiable. 452 musicians supported annually. This statistic reflects our commitment to empowering musicians through resources and exposure. Creating a world where women musicians are fully recognized for their artistry and contributions to music history. Community engagement, vibrant music community, supporting global musicians, fosters creativity and collaboration within our community. What questions do you have for us? We'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas. Get in touch to learn more through email, social media, or telephone. Join us in amplifying women's voices in music. Together, we can ensure their songs are never forgotten. Women in Jazz South Florida is celebrating 19 years of musical service.